Welcome back! In this lesson, we will learn how to configure case assignment rules to assign cases to the proper users or queues in your organization. Everything starts with a case. That case may have information on it like its type, the region it's attached to, and possibly SLA information. The way that case assignment rules work is like this. The values of those fields get evaluated based on criteria that you will have set up. For example, here, let's say we have 3 different cases. One of those cases is about a type equals to billing for the region equals to Europe with no SLA. The other is a type equal technical, no region, and a bronze SLA. And the last one is also a technical case, but this time with a gold SLA. What case assignment rules will do is they will look at those fields and based on the criteria you set up, will assign them to the right queues. Here, respectively, EU billing, level 1 tech, and priority tech. You can see that they leverage the fields on the cases in order to select the right queue. That's how case assignment rules work. Now, let's see in practice how we can set them up. In this demo, we will create a brand new assignment rule from scratch. We'll add a few rules inside of it to configure it and tell it exactly what type of cases it should assign to whom. Then we'll activate it and we will test it out. So, let's get going. So in order to set up our assignment rules, we need to access the assignment rules setup option. To do this, let's search for assignment rules from the quick find. You will see that we have 3 types of assignment rules. We've got the lead assignment rules, which allow us to specify how leads are routed to our sales team. Service assignment rules or case assignment rules, which is what we're interested in. And then we have topic assignment triggers that allow us to manage very specific options from Salesforce knowledge. We are going to click on case assignment rules right there. Now, as you can tell, we have a standard assignment rule that is already created. Even though that assignment rule is great, what we want to do is create a new one to show you exactly how it's done from scratch. You can only have one assignment rule active at a time, and that's perfectly normal because the system only needs one set of criteria to know how to route cases. If there were 2 or 3 criteria active at the same time, the system would not know which one takes precedence over the other. So we are going to create a new one from there and see how we can make that the active one inside of the system. We are going to name it generic. We are not going to press active right away. What is likely to be the case in your Salesforce system is that you will have one assignment rule that is already going. And when you make the modifications to your new assignment rule, you want the old assignment rule to still keep working. That's why when you are putting it in place, you do not want it to be active, but as soon as it's ready, you would check the box and switch everything over to your new assignment rule. That is why we are not going to make it active right away, because we first need to configure it. Let's press save. Now, in order to access its settings, let's press on the rule name itself. And from there, you can see that we have a box in which we can put our rule entries. Our rule entries are a set of criteria that will be checked by the system in order to see where our case needs to be sent. So let's press the new button to create a new entry. We need to specify a few things on this rule entry. First, it's sort order. The sort order is the order in which the rules are going to be evaluated. That means that if you have a very generic rule on top, for example, one that has no criteria, which means every case entering the system will match it, if that is on top with a sort order of 1, the other ones below will never get evaluated. Only one of those rules will match, and all of the other ones below will be discarded. So what you want to do is to put the more specific rules with a lower sort order and the less specific ones with a higher sort order. That way, you evaluate from specific to generic. Let's put 1 here. Now here we can specify the criteria for this rule, and as you can tell, we can evaluate on many different fields across many different objects. Let's just say that here we want to make sure that our case recon type is a generic request. We are going to select the generic request from the value pick list and insert it. So that is going to look at the value of the recon type and see if it is a general request. What we can also do is add a second criteria, the case type itself. So we can select case type equals and then look for the values we want. So let's just say we only want electronic, electrical, and mechanical. All the other ones will be managed by another team. And from there, we need to specify the user or queue that we will assign the cases that fall in that category to. So you can either select users, queues, or partner users in communities. Here, let's see what we have in users. Now, this system doesn't have many users. As you will see, it's only me. So let's press on my name, and I will become the user that gets assigned those cases. Now we are going to talk about case teams right after this very lesson, but here you could specify a case team that is going to be added on cases that fall in that category. This is very useful if you have the same people working on one type of case all the time and they need to be added to the case team so that they get visibility. Here we are not going to specify any of those. Let's press save. What happens is that when we make this generic assignment rule active, it will go in order and look at all the rule entries. If it matches this one, then it will be assigned to that user. We can add a second one to show you how that looks like. So we are going to put its sort order as 2, which means it will get evaluated after the one we just created. And we can put another criteria. This time, let's say type equals, and then we are going to select structural and other, which are the two values we did not select before. And let's say we want to assign that to a user. Now, because I am the only user in the system, let's use me. But normally, of course, in a real life environment, you would select the right person to assign those cases to. And we'll press save. So now, as you can tell, we have got 2 rule entries in place. They will get evaluated from 1 to 2 to 3, etc. So now that it is set up, what we want to do is to make it active. To do that, let's press the edit button and make it active. And let's press save. So now this assignment rule became our active assignment rule. If we go back to the case assignment rules menu, you will see that it is the one that is active, and the standard assignment rule that we had before was automatically deactivated, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, this rule is going to be used to decide who the incoming cases will be assigned to. You now know how to set up case assignment rules. Well done.